All right, ladies and gentlemen, my Madden rebuild warriors, it's time to talk about the Chicago Bears rebuild. They are currently in week 11, haven't kicked off yet, but they are 4-5, leading the NFC North. Crazy division. No one's has a winning record in this division, and the Bears are currently in the lead. Let's tell you about their coach if you don't know already. This is an 8-team rebuild. We rebuild every team. Well, let's say we focus on 8 teams. They all are the losers from the division losers. Last place teams from the previous season. The Ravens won the Super Bowl over the Eagles, and those teams that finished at the bottom of the division, we took over, and we focused on them, rebuilding them up to get them to all of them to the playoffs, and all of them hopefully to win their division. But there's some tough teams out there. Let's meet the staff. Zach Mans, named after a couple guys that are Bears fans, is the head coach. He's running Mike McDaniel's offense, Miami's offense for the Bears, and they use KC's defense. So I don't want to use real coaches because we change around playbooks and schemes and stuff like that. We're doing our own thing. So all the coaches have their own names because I just want to do that. It doesn't have to be that realistic. We're controlling these guys. These are our teams. Just not my teams. These are our teams. And I hope you're fans of these teams. Let's talk about the Bears and who's on their roster. Caleb Williams went number 1 overall to the Bears. He is a superstar. He's just a superstar. He's not an X Factor yet, but he's now up to an 83 overall with the boost. Having a good year. We'll go over the stats. They signed J.K. Dobbins. Having a good year. We'll go over the stats. Blossom Games, their fullback. They still have DJ Moore. Now, they made a trade with the Washington Commanders on draft day to move up to where the Commanders were drafting. And they selected Marvin Harrison. And they used their former quarterback, to facilitate this move. They picked up some picks, and it's like a pick swap and everything like that. They moved from 9 or 10 up to 5 or 4, something like that. I can't remember the exact trade details, but you can go check that out. We did the draft and everything. It's all on record. It's all on YouTube, so you can go check out the draft. And they signed Rashid Shaheed. He wanted to come here, trying to make a really great offense. And then this guy was just hanging around. We took him best available later in the draft. Brandon Rice, hidden development, 75 overall. So I actually think we might be moving on from DJ Moore come next year, clear up some cap space, make Marvin Harrison the number 1. Brandon Rice did a really nice job filling in the slot when Marvin Harrison got hurt, and when Rashid Shaheed got hurt on the first game of the season. So they got a really nice wide receiving core. And I mean, even got this guy Tyler Scott, who isn't bad. So the offense is pretty nice. Cole Kmet missed a couple games, but he's a superstar. Is re-signed. Of course, they have Braxton Jones. We drafted Blake Fisher. Don't think he's a star. He's not, but he's a rookie. So there you go. With the second pick, with their second round pick, they picked up another second round. So they had no second round picks after the Sweat trade, and then they sent Fields to Washington Commanders to move up, and they picked up a second round pick, which was actually the Commanders pick. So the Commanders still had the Bears second, and then the Commanders sent their second and traded back in the first for Justin Fields. Justin Fields in real life went for much less than that, which was crazy. But so they took Cedric Van Pran here, who is a star development. He was hidden, so their offensive line got a boost. And I think we still need to re-sign Tevin Jenkins. And then, of course, they have Darnell Wright. So they got a really nice offensive line. The deal they made with Washington Commanders last season for Montez Sweat. And then they made a deal with the Eagles, who are the worst team in football record-wise this year. Just crazy how it works. For Josh Sweat. and they also picked up Milton Williams. Both these guys need to be re-signed. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to bring back Milton Williams, but we're definitely gonna try to re-sign Josh Sweat. And if we have to, we'll move on from a key piece there on offense. And then Jack Sanborn, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards. You guys know most of these guys here. Stevens, I like their secondary a little bit. MJ Devonshire was a rookie they picked up. Someone hopefully we can build up a little bit. But, Jalen Johnson's a beast. You got Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson. So those guys are fine. Terrell Edmonds, Jaquan Brisker, Chuck Clark's here. If anything, I think we can bring. And Jaquan Brisker just came back. He was injured for a while, so their team's just getting healthy. Yeah, Terrell Edmonds was a free agent signing, I believe, right? Yeah, because he was on Tennessee. So, if anything, we could probably, in the upcoming draft, look at our draft picks. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th from San Francisco and a 6th. So, I think we go after defensive line and maybe another wide receiver, depending. I think defensive line is really important for us to go after. Because everything else, and then start working on like backup safeties. So this team's ready to go. They have a rookie quarterback, so winning this year, this whole thing, not expected. Playoff run definitely, but I think next year they're going to be one of the best teams in the league. So when you draft that rookie quarterback, you get two things, in my opinion, happen, and we've seen this happen plenty of times when that quarterback, a top first-round quarterback, is the real deal. Carson Wentz, his second year, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and won it, even though, whatever, he got hurt, blah, blah, blah. Mahomes, he didn't play his first year, so his second year of starting, they went to the Super Bowl and won it, I believe. That second year of starting for that rookie quarterback, if they really make that jump, Burrow, he went to the Super Bowl his second year in the league, and could Stroud be that guy this year? Takes his team to the Super Bowl in his second year. That remains to be seen. But also teams go to the Super Bowl and if they're good, if they know what they're doing. Eagles, it wasn't his second year. It was his third for the Eagles. Yeah, but he was still on his rookie deal. So, that rookie deal for that quarterback being elite gets you to the Super Bowl because you can build around him and add a lot of talent. So I really think the Bears will be that team next year with Caleb Williams. Crushed it week 1 against Detroit. Detroit's really bad defense at that time. Lost 2 straight. Won. Then they won. They went 2-2. They beat our Commanders, another franchise-focused team. Then lost to another franchise-focused team at home against the Cardinals. Beat the Packers. Lost to another franchise-focused team. Beat a franchise-focused team. Lost to a franchise-focused team. So they played quite a stretch of teams that we are also controlling here. And they kind of have a tough schedule here going down the wire. Colts are a really good team. They got the 49ers and the Rams this week. I mean, they have some beatable matchups here. I wonder, does a team win this division without a winning record? We will see about that. Stats-wise, overall, offensive yards, they are 4th in the NFL. Defensive yards, they are 12th. Points scored, they're kind of in the middle of the pack. Points allowed, a little bit better than middle of the pack. Now they had their defense is hopefully improving, especially with the addition of Sweat from the Eagles. But they were last in the league in sacks, and they might still be. We'll have to check on that. Caleb Williams, almost 2,500 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Not bad. J.K. Dobbins having a really good year. Just doesn't have the touchdowns to show. DJ Moore, one of the best wide receivers in the game. Marvin Harrison doing really well, even though he was hurt for a couple games. Brendan Rice, I mean, his numbers that he put up while he was starting for both when Harrison were hurt and Rasheed were hurt, did well. So Rasheed really hasn't gotten going yet, which is unfortunate. Edmonds and Edwards are leading tacklers by far. Josh Sweat, yeah, see, like, these sack numbers are really low. And our leading guy in interceptions is our middle linebacker. But 6'5" middle linebackers, or any linebacker that's 6'5", does really well. What was I gonna look at here? Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I'm gonna try and sneak this in this video. So if this seems like a weird time to be bringing this in, we need to do some re-signings here. And they got $69 million in play, and we definitely want to negotiate with these guys right here. See what we can get. Josh Sweat on board. Let's bump this up to 9. We'll give him an extra year as well. Cool. Josh Sweat is back. Tevin Jenkins, we want here for a long time, so we're gonna up this to 7. Maybe we can get this down to 5, and then give him 7 years. So he'll take it. We'll probably have to bump up that guaranteed money to get Tevin Jenkins. Definitely not bringing back Khalil Herbert. Milton Williams remains to be seen. Not like Jack Sanborn. Jalen Jones, I'm not sure. Some of these guys really need to be resigned. I like Nazeer Johnson, but Price is gone. Yeah, a lot of these are 1-year guys. Blossom game. And then the kicker, Jason Myers. Yeah, so we're going to have money to play with, and we're going to get Tevin Jenkins locked up for sure. For sure. And then we'll see about Milton Williams. All right. Is there anybody else that you saw on this list that you want me to resign? Let me know. All right. Well, I try to keep these videos quick because if you want to catch up on the games and stuff, they're all there. I'll have them in the pinned top comment or in the video description. All the games so far. Please tell me, do you like what the Bears are doing? Do you think it's kind of realistic? What would you like to see the Bears doing going forward? Do you think they need a playbook change? Right now their depth chart is DJ Moore is the number 1, then Marvin Harrison, and then Rasheed. But when Rasheed comes in game, Harrison is the slot guy for now. I don't like Rasheed really as the slot. That might change depending how this playbook plays out. Do you like them in Miami? I want Caleb Williams throwing, and that's why he's in that playbook, because that playbook puts up points. It also you get good production from your running back. So I think this team had some injuries in the last couple weeks, and now they're pretty healthy. So I can't wait to see what they do against this LA Rams team. I highly recommend checking out. The Rams are fun to watch. Old guys, except for Puka. They signed DeAndre Hopkins and who else? Odell Beckham Jr. They have 4 wide receivers. And, of course, Cooper Kupp's going off as well. He's one of the best wide receivers, leading pretty close to the lead, if not in the lead, in total receptions per game. So, there you go. There's the Bears, what they've done so far, how they're doing so far through Week 11 in the 2024 season. Tell me what you think. Give me your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Are you a Bears fan? What do you think they're going to do in the draft and then next season? What do you see, man? What's your vision for the Bears? Are we on point, All right, my Madden Rebuild Warriors, thank you. Have a great day. See you next time.